Calificas para ser legal, quieres saber, solo llama al abogado Andrés Mejer.
Administration ends protection for migrant medical care. August 7, 2019, Trump administration eliminated protection that lets immigrants remain in the United States and receive life-saving medical treatment. Just eliminated just like that. No notice, no opportunity, just sent a letter to everybody who has that program and said, you got 33 days to leave the country because we are not renewing your permission. So this affects all pending requests, including those seeking to renew the 2-year work authorization and those applying for the first time. Only exception is for military members and their families. Trump eliminated deferred action for everyone except those in the military. That's called parole in place. This program is very similar to DACA. What is DACA? Deferred action for childhood arrivals. So deferred action for migrant medical care, same basic idea. It's a category of people that get work authorization and protection from deportation. In this situation, we're talking about people with cystic fibrosis, with rare diseases, with life-threatening conditions, that they're getting treatment here in the United States. It's, in some cases, the only reason they are alive. The problem with this is, in most cases, these individuals don't qualify for anything else. If they did, they would have applied for that. So once you apply for it, and if the program ends, now you have no protection from deportation. Now, USCIS said you can talk to ICE, and now ICE will make decisions as to whether to defer your stay or not. Problem is, ICE said, we had no knowledge of this. We deal with people with orders of removal. All we'll do, essentially, is put you in removal proceedings and let the courts decide. And then if you get deported, maybe then we'll step in and decide whether you get to stay or not. These deferrals, they do not provide a family a pathway to citizenship, although it does allow them to qualify for government-funded healthcare benefits. So the government is telling kids with cancer to leave the country and telling their parents to remove life-saving medical care. So over September 2nd weekend, Labor Day weekend, in a typical Trump fashion, USCIS said, you know what? We're going to reconsider. So cases that were pending on August 7th, we're going to look at them again. So what does that mean? Are they going to issue deferments? No one really knows. Are they going to accept new petitions? No one really knows. The government has not explained what they're doing or how they're doing it because it causes chaos. It causes confusion. And hopefully people that would qualify for this program will be afraid to file for it and maybe won't file for it, and those that are in it might just leave. That's the goal. Cause chaos, cause confusion, less immigration. If there's one constant theme of what this administration is doing on immigration is, we don't want you. We don't want immigrants. We want less immigrants. We want to make it harder for all immigrants from anywhere to come to this country. That is the one consistent message that Trump and his administration has had on immigration policy. Trump has authority to end DACA, no question. But he has to abide by the Administrative Procedures Act, which means he has to issue proposed regulation, there's a public comment period, and then there's proposed final rules. That's the process. But he ignores the process time and time again, and the courts stop him on process, not on whether he has a right to end the program. So, let me put it in slightly different terms. If you're charged with a DUI, the government has to prove that it followed the right procedure in how they gathered the evidence that leads to the conclusion you were driving under the influence, meaning your level of alcohol was over the limit, that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public road. If they don't do the right process, then the evidence that they have gets thrown out and you walk free. So, Trump administration is trying to eliminate certain programs, but they refuse to follow the right process. because they don't do it correctly procedurally, the courts step in and say, hey, you didn't do it right. They're not even commenting in some cases on whether you should be eliminating or not. They're just saying you didn't follow the right process. Congress passes laws, the president enforces them. So the agencies pass regulation. There's a process for that regulation. And Trump wants to eliminate all of that and just go right to what he wants to do. It doesn't work that way, and the courts will continue to stop him because of it. Thank you for listening. My name is Andres Meche. If you have any questions or comments like John or Haynes did, please just post them down below. Please subscribe to our page. Share this with anybody you feel would be helpful to them. And we'll talk again next week.